Alright, with this episode, we get a trap. No, not a trap who tries to be a girl but is a guy, but rather a trap, which is a reverse trap. It tries to be a guy but is a girl. So, yeah, and I kind of dig that name. I mean, Bino, something like that. And I was like, what? What is this? Boku no Pico? It's like something like rhymed with Pico, and I was like, wait, is this Boku no Pico? Like, is this Pico from that? Like, I just felt weird with that name. It's just weird. So let's speak about this episode of Muhyo Rouji. Now, when I started this series, I just spoke about this series like it's gonna be like if you're interested in supernatural series, then you will enjoy it. And somebody who enjoys a supernatural series, somebody who likes series like Monogatari and stuff, I've come to this, and I was seeing this episode. I was kind of surprised by what how it went because like like I said, this series it has a lot of cliches in it, and it has shown it over and over again with the cliches, except for the previous episode. Because previous episode, even though it had cliches, the way it was executed was beautiful. So I will give it to that. But this episode kinda was completely different from its cliche route, and I was kind of surprised with that. So what I mean by that is completely different from a cliched route. It's not that the cliches stop; there are still cliches, but the way the cliches were kind of surprising. Like it just you wouldn't expect these stuff to be happening. Like for example, like the judge and how the judge and this guy were consumed by the other one, whatever head counsel, whatever his name is, the one under judge, how they were consumed by this spirit. I wasn't expecting them to show this guy just getting like eaten all over. I was expecting that to show again cliches, but execution was pretty cool with that. Like I don't mind cliches at all. Like somebody who likes Black Clover, and Black Clover has a lot of cliches. Trust me, I've I don't like the anime, but I like the manga. Like the manga is pretty good, but yeah, somebody who likes series like Black Clover, which has a lot of cliches, but at the same time, the execution of these cliches are pretty damn good. Like the cliches execution is what matters because every series has them. You want to look at something like let's take an example of Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball has a lot of them. Naruto has a lot of them. Bleach has a lot of them. Let's just take the biggest, big mainstream series. Let's take look at One Piece. Even One Piece has a lot of them, but the difference is how they're executed. Even My Hero has moments where they're cliched, and like every series has that, but the way they're executed is what really matters. And I will say the way this episode was executed was much better. I'll still give I will still put this under the previous episode because the previous episode was just beautiful, but this episode the way it was executed was just beautiful. Like this episode was actually had the intensifying atmosphere you actually want from a series like this. You want a really intensifying atmosphere. You're like desperately looking for this way out. Now, even though I know that this newly introduced character, this reverse trap, she's gonna be all right. Okay, she's gonna be completely all right. I know because I've seen the opening. I know she's in the group with them. Now, it would be a surprise if she doesn't get back alive from this point on because that will be a complete twist, and I'll be like, whoa, I didn't expect that to come out of nowhere. But through what I know, that's not gonna happen because again, this is a shonen. This was released in Jump. I think so. Yeah, it was released in We Jump, and it's very much like a shonen type of thing. So you expect cliches from shonen. It's just natural for it. So it's very natural that this this certain individual that was introduced in this episode will be fine. The one who had the spirit virus, she will be completely fine. It's very obvious, but again, how it's executed is what's the matter. How she will how she will do it. How will Muyo get out of this intense situation? That's what matters here. And to be honest, seeing Muyo go through episode 1 to episode 6, he's been shown to be this overpowered bastard who just takes on any situation like it's nothing. I except for episode 2, which was a pretty good way to introduce something new to the magic law, but I have not seen that since episode 2. That is the reverse magic, where you do the wrong law and just comes back to you. So yeah, like it's very much, to be honest, like compared to the first 6 episode, the execution in this compared to the first five, I wouldn't compare it to the sixth one because again, I put this under six. The sixth one was much better. I will still give the props for it because it was well executed. This one, again, well executed. I am liking, and I like this arc. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually liking this arc very much. The uh, way it is designed and stuff, like this prison hell and everything. It's cool. I just wish they didn't call it magic prison and rather called it hell prison or something like that, because that would make the name more terrifying and would show that there's actual terror down there rather than magic prison. It's like, really? That's the name you give it? Magic prison? It sounds so lame. It's I'm not even joking. It actually sounds really lame. Now, if you guys don't feel like that, then it's all right. But it's just me. I feel real lame to your name like that. So yeah. Now getting into the part of what this episode was more or less about. It was about introducing this certain character. I think so. Her name is Biko, and the sensei of Muyo who created the book of Muyo. That is a very intriguing thing for me, and she is really intriguing character. Muyo Sensei is a really intriguing character to me. It's just I don't know why, but I just get this vibe that she's gonna be somebody I like as a character, because so far I like Muyo as a character, even though his design is weird and stuff. I like him as a character. I'm not much big of a fan of Rouji that much, because Rouji is more or less he's like season one Deku crybaby. That's what I see in Rouji right now. Like he's like season one Deku who's just complete crybaby. Trybaby, yeah, right. He's a complete trybaby. Actually, that's not right or wrong too. He's trying too hard. So yeah, he's he's a crybaby. That's just how I see Roji right now. So I'm not that big of a fan of Roji. But the characters so far that I introduced, they don't intrigue me that much as this as Muyo. Uh, Muyo's the big antagonist. I forgot his name, and this chick that was introduced, Muyo Sensei, that was introduced in this episode. I think so. Her name is Rio. So these are the only characters so far that are really intriguing to me, and I would like to know their origins and backstory. That's the type of character I feel like when I'm watching them. So now that all that is done, let's also talk about different monsters or different spirits shown in this episode. Uh, I like how creepy the face monster look, like those eyeballs and shit. It's like, and his face is ripped off, and I'm like, yo, that shit looks crazy. Like, dude, that legitimately looks creepy. I mean, that would be a perfect uh spirit to go into like an horror movie or a horror anime or something like that. That would be the most perfect spirit. Like this shit is something like for something from Corpse Party or something. Like that shit was crazy to see that. That was actually creepy. Not gonna lie. Now, also the second one just looked like some kind of werewolf to me. Like literally, the second spirit just literally looks like He's some kind of wolf, like some Twilight shit going on here. Like they just transform into wolf and shit. I'm like, yo, that literally looks just like that. Like, I was thinking like that was that doesn't look great. I mean, the ability for that spirit is kind of great. Like how it just has to scratch you and you'll be in danger. And plus, it's a virus, so it just keeps on spreading to everybody, and everybody gets converted into this thing. So it's like it's a pretty good ability to have. But at the same time, that design kind of reminded me of Twilight in a lot of ways. And I was like, Jesus, that just that just is so that's just so freaking lame. Like, not gonna lie. Now, all that aside, what I felt about the episode, I already told about it. Like how I love the execution and stuff. Um, I also want to talk about Sophia the Face Ripper. Why do I feel like this is a ripoff of Jack the Ripper or Jack the Ripper, right? Is that yeah? That's the one from Sherlock's books. Oh no, I'm thinking about Jeff the Killer. All right. There are so many names that just confuse me. There's Jeff the Killer. There's Jack the Ripper, and then there is Slenderman, Slendyman. There is so many creepy pastas. It's just I just confused my head. But yeah, I kind of remind me of Jeff the Killer in a lot of ways. About how she rips off face and everything. I think so it was Jeff the Killer who used to do that. I know this was one of the creepy pastas, one of the creepy pasta things. I don't remember which one it was though. If you guys remember which one it was, let me know about it. But yeah, it kind of felt like it kind of. I think so. It was Jeff the Killer. It was that creepy pasta, which was which is all ripping the face off and stuff. I'm not sure. Let me know again. So that was kind of remind me of a creepy pasta. Again, I don't remember the first name that came to my mind was Jeff the Killer, and that's the reason why I was like, is that Jeff the Killer's backstory? Because it kind of felt like this was from a creepypasta read a long time ago. Yeah, I used to read creepypastas, and that was a long time ago. I don't remember. I don't know if there are new creepypastas or anything like since that long time, because it's been like 3, 4, 5 something. It's been a long time since I've read any creepypastas, but yeah. Uh, yeah, so all that aside, let's also talk about the next episode again. Very clear about how this episode is looking. Now, if there is a twist, there is a twist, okay? But through what I see, the sensei of, I was about to say female teacher for whatever reason, but the sensei of Muyo kinda seems like she's involved in this somehow. So it'll be fun to see, interesting. But yeah, this is a very interesting arc. Prison. I think so. This will I could call this an arc because it's going to the next episode, continuing from this episode. So I could most probably call this an arc, and I don't know how long this will last. Most probably next episode or the episode after it'll end. But yeah, it'll be fun to see what happens here, and I really love the concept of the Taskmaster. Like one of the things I really love what they did in this episode is just completely censor out. I'm pretty sure this wasn't censored out in the manga, but I think so. This was just censored in this certain episode, like this certain anime. I really don't think so. This will be censored in the manga or something. But you see how the Muya Sensei. I think so. Her name is Rio. Again, I don't remember, but you see how just she puts her hands between her breasts and just removes the cards and shit. I'm like, yo, they really needed to censor that? Like, really? Like, that's very clear. Like, it's not a big thing. Like, every anime nowadays has a lot of etchiness. I mean, come on, My Hero has it for Christ's sake. Like, really? You need to censor that? I'm like, yo, that just was like, yeah, she's putting it. Oh, cut it to another place. Like just like that. It's like, yo, that shit is crazy. I'm just laughing over here and being like, really, that happened. But yeah, all over. I like this episode. I'm not a like, I Compared to the last one, no, I didn't like it compared to the last one. But compared to the first five, yes, I liked it compared to the first five episodes. So let me know what you think about this episode of Muhyo Rouji, and let me know what you think about the new character that is introduced, and also about Sensei, who's very attracted to her students. So I'll see you in the next video. As always, peace.